The most recent FBI data for hate crime statistics reports that more than 7,000 hate crime incidents around the U.S. in 2018, and Kentucky has the 9th highest number of incidents reported that year.
Sophia Millar talked to community leaders about how Lexington compares to other cities in tackling hate crimes, and she continues our Big Story team coverage.
Every year, the FBI asks law enforcement agencies to submit data about the bias-motivated incidents their departments dealt with. In other words, hate crimes.
Why are we talking about hate crimes in 2020? That's the bigger point.
An incident captured on video at a Lexington Walmart last week will become part of the data the Lexington Division of Police will submit to the FBI in 2020. Police say a white man walked up to a black woman working in a Spectrum booth. Officers say the man told the worker he was making a noose with his hands and then lunged for her neck.
Lexington is better than that. We are better people than that.
LEX18 dove into the FBI's 2018 hate crime statistics. What we found.
That was alarming.
In 2018, Lexington had the highest number of reported racially charged incidents out of any city in the state, with 23 cases. Louisville is Kentucky's largest city with more than twice Lexington's population. In the same year, Lexington reported 23 racially charged incidents. Louisville reported 9.
You know, we continue to work on these things. We are a safe city and we want to improve our safety.
In Lexington, Sophia Millar, LEX18 News.
A wet and raw day for many of us as a warm front is now arced across southern Kentucky. Heavier rain to the south, still rain to the north as well. In between, we have some showers, one of them not too far from High Bridge at this point, but the heaviest rain is certainly along and just south of the Hal Rogers Parkway, going from Perry County through Leslie and Clay County, Knox County, but it is on a northbound track. There's your heavier shower there right around High Bridge. More rain then going through parts of Scott County, also back to the west as well. Flood watch from Highway 52 in the Mountain Parkway southward, so it's about the southern 2/3 of the area. Future track, well, there is your rain, and that rain will be part of our future for tonight. Some of that rain is going to be heavy across the south, especially where we've already seen heavy rain over the last day and a half. So the ground is saturated. There's not much left in terms of places to put the water. And so flood-prone areas, we could run into a few issues. It's not going to be widespread, but it will certainly be around. By tomorrow, we're going to watch one more batch of showers come through as we head through the middle of the day. That's the cold front, and then the wind shift to the north. And boy, does it get colder. And oh, did we mention there could be some snow possibilities? Yeah, we'll talk about that for you in a couple of minutes.
All right, Bill, thanks. A Michigan man wanted in connection with a double murder has been tracked all the way to Lexington. Lexington police say Oscar Johnson was taken into custody after a chase that ended in a crash on the city's south side this morning. Johnson's wanted in Detroit as a suspect in 2 homicides. Police say U.S. Marshals began chasing a vehicle about 10:50 a.m. on Tates Creek Road when it crashed near Albany. No one was injured. Police say Johnson tried to run, but he was caught. And Lexington police are searching for the most wanted person of the week. They're looking for 55-year-old Jason Spencer. He's wanted for violation of parole with mandatory re-entry. Spencer's 5'9", 170 pounds. If you see him, call the Crime Stoppers tip line 859-253-2020 or text your information to crimes. And in that text, write LexPD, then your tip. Some Lexington middle school parents and students are demanding change because they say the dress code policy was unfairly enforced.
Parents say girls all over the school had to stand up in class while the teacher examined their outfits. They started a petition calling on the school to re-examine procedures. LEX18's Kylan Mills has the story.
It was kind of shaming them for clothing that people wear all the time.
Tonight, Morton Middle School parents and students are upset after they say girls were humiliated in school because of their clothes.
But it was basic like athletic wear that she wears. She is an athlete, so this is what she feels comfortable in.
Liz Sheehan says her 6th grade daughter was singled out on Monday for wearing this outfit because shirts worn over leggings are supposed to reach your fingertips.
In her class, they had to stand up in the class and they had to show whether their shirt was fingertip length or not. So it drew attention to them in the middle of their class. She said she felt embarrassed that some of the other students were laughing at the process.
Sheehan says her daughter and dozens of others, like the one in this photo, were removed from class and sent to SAFE, which is an area for students with behavioral problems.
This was more disruptive to the students' day than what they were wearing.
When you have excellent students being sent out of class, missing school, to have that kind of thing happen, it's the girls felt embarrassed.
Lori Preston's daughters were given large shirts to change into. We're told the rule about shirts and leggings has been a part of the school dress code all year, but just started being enforced this week.
From what I talked with my daughter about, it didn't seem that there were other rules that were being enforced to this level.
Parents and students believe the policy is sexist and needs to change. An online petition now has more than 700 signatures.
Young women can feel, in this case, that they are being objectified, judged, stigmatized for being a girl.
Today, some students wore shirts like this in protests, calling on the school to take action to stop the stigma. Kylan Mills, LEX 18 News.
Parents say notices were sent home letting parents know that safety policies, including the dress code, were going to be more strictly enforced. LEX 18 has reached out to the school district for comment, but we have not heard back. Tax season is upon us with only a little more than 2 months to go before the filing deadline.
Yep, the IRS is making the rounds, hoping to make taxpayers aware of how to best prepare themselves for the big day. The biggest thing the agency is warning of is scams. They want you to keep your personal information secure and make sure your tax preparer has software which also provides a high level of security. They also stress not ignoring letters from the IRS. If you owe money this season, pay the bill or at least call them to make arrangements to do so.
We have all kinds of payment plans. We've got even plans where you can pay less than what you actually owe, but you have to contact us. If you bury your head in the sand, it's just going to get worse with fines and interest additions. So make sure, call us, work out a plan.
April 15th falls on a Wednesday this year, not a weekend. So that will be the official deadline to get your 2019 returns filed and paid before interest begins to kick in. Well, students, teachers, even bus drivers are calling in sick in school districts across the state. We told you about Fayette County at the top of the newscast as the flu continues to spread.
Clark County Public Schools is just one of several districts that have closed their schools because of illness. Last Friday, the attendance rate there was about 90%. The district hoped things would improve over the weekend, but the rate was even lower on Monday.
This illness has not only affected our students, it's affected our staff, which is a key thing for us too, because substitutes are getting more and more difficult to find.
Crews are hard at work cleaning the schools. Several other districts have canceled classes too. Check out the list at the bottom of your screen. And a reminder, Fayette County schools are out the rest of the week. Log on to lex18.com for updates. There's a new addition at a famous Jessamine County farm.
And the new Colt's daddy's pretty famous too. We'll introduce you to California Chrome's first foal of the year, next on LEX 18 News at 6.
You're watching LEX 18 News at 6.
The first California chrome foal of the season has been born.
The foal was born at Taylor-Made Farms Sunday. LEX 18's Jacqueline Nye gives you a look at the days-old colt.
This little guy is quite the looker.
He's a couple 3 inches taller than normal and probably